What to expect as a junior placement committee member? Sleepless nights to start with, definitely there. Pending assignments, less time to connect with your own batch and network with them. But thrill, excitement, fun, lot of learning in the initial few days, lot of learning. As far as I've heard of placement processes and placement committees across colleges, MBA colleges, the initial learning is very, very steep, and it's tough, it's stressful, but it's extremely exciting. And I think more than that, the batch understands that, and you also understand that you're doing something which is very, very important to the entire batch, and everyone acknowledges that, they respect that, and they help you, you know, get through your normal things, other things.
So one of the main reasons why a first-year B School student should join the placement committee is if he wants to network not only with his own batch, but with his senior batch and the personals who will be visiting the college during the placement season, then placement committee is the place to be.
Some get in because they want to, they enjoy the kind of work that is required to be done in a placement committee. Others get because they know that the point, the CV point of joining up, of being a part of the placement committee is extremely important. That also is a major reason for a lot of students. However, whatever reason you have, I think once you get in, the reason why you keep working and keep going on is very, very different. I think responsibility kicks in. You understand the gravity of your role. And I think you work for those reasons.
So there's a misconception that the junior placement committees are supposed to assist the senior placement committee, and they just have to listen to what they're saying and follow their instructions. But it's nothing like that. The junior placement committee is they hold equal level of responsibility and accountability. Like, for example, in MICA, the junior placement committee is responsible for conducting the final placements, that is the placements, final placements for the second year students.
So I would say that in my personal opinion, placecomers do have an edge over their batchmates, but it is very limited to their personal self. They get a lot of opportunity to interact with corporate leaders, HR personnel, faculties and their batchmates. They get to become a part of the culture of Placecom. They experience a lot of things throughout the year, which cannot be experienced by any student anywhere except Placecom. There's no way an interviewer or a recruiter hires them just because they are Placecomers. They are hired because they performed well in the interview, they performed well in the GD, they made a good case presentation. That's the reason that they get hired. They interact with corporate people, they know what is happening, where recruiting is taking place, which company is hiring more, which company offers a very good role, which companies offer a higher package but the role is not that good. So they understand a lot of things. This helps them to target a certain set of companies, perform accordingly, prepare accordingly. So this is the edge that they get over their other batchmates.
They are privileged during the placements, in the sense when you know that who the recruiter is and you have a word with them. However, I think we are definitely, and everyone across the board definitely discounts the recruiters in this context, because why do you think they would prefer someone just because they have a connection with? They want the best talent for their own companies, right? And therefore they would hire the best guy that's available on the list, right? As simple as that. So I don't think the edge is simply because you have a point, a CV point for contributing to a very, very significant role in the college, right? Placing the entire batch. That point should give an edge to the placement committee members in the sense that the contribution that they have made.
Okay, this one privilege that I feel, if when you're sitting for placements, you know how the process works. So if you don't get a shortlist, if you don't get a CV shortlist for your dream company, you'll not blame Placecom because you know it's not in their hands.
Well, it is true and not true depending on the context, being very honest. So obviously they do get a little bit of edge because they have been volunteering in the process. In the first year, they have been talking to the HRs, so that does give them a edge over what the HR might be expecting or what are the kind of expectations that the company might have. But what takes away the edge from them is the time they need to dedicate to prepare that content or to prepare for the company. So it's always a trade-off. is common knowledge that being part of the placement committee is going to extract a lot of time from you. So it being worth it or not actually depends on you. So if you're joining a B school to learn a lot from your curriculum, to invest a lot of time in academia, to become a part of a lot of case study competitions, then placement committee might not be your preference. But in case you're joining B school to have a lot of experiential learning, to form a lot of networks in the corporate, to constantly be on your feet and network and be out there, then placement committee might be worth it for you.
So I remember Amit Trivedi had come to our college for the fest, and generally the placement committee does not get involved in any of the events while they are, in office, while they are handling the office. So, obviously Amit Trivedi is a big guy, and who does not like him, right? And at least me and my friends in the committee loved him. We were really big, huge fans of Amit Trivedi. And so we went there, we did, and we stood at the back, like hands crossed and just with a straight face. Throughout the event, I'm serious. Throughout the event, we were just like that. We attended the entire event like that. It was very hard. So yeah, there's a lot of sacrifice that you have to make as a place comber, mostly in terms of the social events and the social gatherings that happen. You are generally not a part of it, and it's good. It helps you. You can only tell when you've gone through that process, I think.
Some might have a good set of friends outside of Placecom, and some might not even have a single friend outside of Placecom. But truth being told, Placecomers do end up spending a lot of time together working on tasks that they are assigned. It takes up a lot of their time throughout the year, and they do end up spending a lot of time with their team within their team.
So I think the relation with the Placecomers, as in the relation of the Placecomers with the batch, is extremely, extremely good. I wouldn't have survived the MBA if it was not for my batch, my friends from my batch. The relationship with the junior and the senior batch becomes very, very nice after you've placed them successfully, right? So if you've placed the batches successfully, I think it's a very small time that you get after that, but it's just wonderful. It's just lovely.
Well, it's sweet and sour. Sweet because obviously you're the interface, between the committee and the batch, and you're the one who's passing all the important communication and the messages. And that's the reason that it makes it sour too. Also, you might not get the time to, gel in with all your classmates in the first place because of the committees.
There is no science to what are the ingredients of a place comber. Have faith on the process of selecting whatever the process at your college is, whichever college you're joining or you are in. And I think you should have faith on that process because that process is very, very diligent. So yeah, I think the process has to be looked at with some faith. However, I can tell you general things, networking definitely is one of the most important things. The sense of dedication to whatever you commit to is extremely, extremely important because there are not just 1 or 10 or 50, there are hundreds of moments when it really gets stressful as a place comber. And that's because everything is between the team and there's a lot of quarrel, there's a lot of discussion. Like I said, sleepless nights, you work till the entire night and you have to go come what may, if it's raining, if it's hot, if it's cold, whatever, you have to get to office and you do your work. So it's a very strenuous job, no doubt about it. But then it's fun. It's really exciting. There's a lot of thrill that you get out of doing a place com role, I think. So yeah, like I said, networking, dedication, and commitment, I would say probably are the most important traits of being a place comber. Again, as part of the team, there's a lot that you have to keep to yourself within those set of 10, 12, or whatever that number is in your college. You have to keep a lot of things within that team. So it's important to be to know what to speak and say wherever you are.
So if you've come till here, you're already smart and dedicated and hardworking. Now, to become a part of the placement committee, the qualities that it requires is to continue that dedication more for coming 1 or 2 years. To be a quick learner, that is to be able to grasp things quickly and get them aside from your plate. And one of the most important qualities to become a part of the placement committee is to be able to multitask and prioritize your work accordingly.
See, join Placecom only if you're passionate about it. If you think that other than your own personal growth you'll get some other advantage, please don't. Then you'll end up doing injustice to yourself as well as your team. So that's just my 2 cents on Placecom.
The work that you'll be required to do in the placement committee is the most important, because one needs to understand that it's not only a one-day job. It's something that will require concentration and hard work through the entire year, probably.